Ladies and gentlemen, the December 2025 JOLTs report has just dropped, revealing that job openings in the United States have dropped to 7.6 million. Now, that is not insignificantly below the market expectation of 8 million. This marks what we have seen since March 2022, a continuous decline in U.S. job openings, indicating a cooler labor market and absolutely decelerating wage growth in the United States. Now, this has led to a variety of market responses. Some investors are interpreting this as a sign that the Federal Reserve might not need to cut interest rates aggressively, and that this would be good for stabilizing and strengthening the US dollar in the short term. Let's not forget, though, that Trump's job or plan, I have speculated, is to decrease the strength of the US dollar so that we can inflate away our debt. However, despite this decrease in job vacancies, the labor market does, from my analysis, remain relatively stable. There were some conflicting things about this jobs report. Hires and quits rates were consistent, all right? And they've been consistent for a while. That does suggest that the market is cooling, but in a more controlled manner rather than crashing, which again might not force the Fed's hand to move to lower interest rates to stimulate economic activity. So there's a lot of debate about what the implications of this will be for Federal Reserve policy. Overall, kind of a negative. Some are arguing that this data points toward a balanced labor market. So again, that the Fed would want to be cautious in its approach to rate cuts, which is also exactly what Jerome Powell signaled in January in the FOMC that we just had. However, we do need to be concerned, I guess, boots on the ground, of course, over a weak labor market. Particularly as it results to the market, because we don't necessarily want bearish market sentiments, and that could absolutely be a spillover from a slightly negative jobs report. Others, of course, are seeing this as a normalization after an unusually high period of job openings. We had quite a surge there for a while, and now that's completely crashed. It's kind of like Bitcoin popping up and like, oh, we're bullish. No, we're not bullish. So again, could be interpreted bullish if we are looking at economic stabilization as overly bullish, but that's like low-key bullish. That's not high-key. That's not even medium-key bullish, all right? Again, there are low layoffs, relatively layoffs. So labor market is anchored. We are showing some economic resilience. Overall, not too bad. So not too much. Honestly, the current JOLTS data might influence the Fed's decision in upcoming meetings. We could speculate that if this trend continues, the Fed might hold off on further rate adjustments and wanting to focus on other economic signals, which again is exactly what Jerome Powell signaled in January. So immediately in the results of the jobs impact, as far as the markets are going, we did see a slight depreciation of the US dollar. We saw that throughout the Forex markets, right? Equity markets, not so much. Obviously, the SPY is kind of pumping today, but it's kind of pulled back in the last, hour or so. So probably not a huge reaction. Sector specific responses, depending on labor market conditions. So that's about it for jobs reports. FTX is going to begin their redistribution, their repatriation of funds, might you say, to those affected, of course, by the collapse of one of the greatest Ponzi's that we've seen in quite a while. So FTX Digital Markets Limited, which is, of course, under liquidation, is going to start repaying its creditors starting February 18th. The initial focus is going to be on claims under $50,000. This is a very large chunk of change, ladies and gentlemen, that is very likely to hit the cryptocurrency markets. Now, the windows, and I know as a creditor, I know that the windows are already closed. This is probably going to significantly increase liquidity in the cryptocurrency markets. All right. So we're probably going to see a surge in trading volume towards the end of February as these funds re-enter the market. And there is a general consensus in the market that this liquidity injection should be bullish for cryptocurrency prices, particularly Bitcoin, due to the additional capital that is going to be flowing into the crypto space. I mean, these were traders before, these are going to be traders afterwards, right? Sidelined with a lot of this capital, and everybody is kind of obsessed with this idea of currently buying the dip. So now, on a big picture, obviously, we've talked about this a lot, but this is overall just good for the space, for those on the sidelines, for those who have kind of been hit hard, particularly with the FTX. A lot of friends who are absolutely wiped out. It's good to restore some confidence in the cryptocurrency markets, especially among those affected by the exchange's collapse. It also does bring some more cautious optimism to investors, again, like I said, on the sidelines when they're regarding, how safe, how regulated is crypto? Because there's still common complaints from normies. For those of them who aren't fully orange pilled, obviously, if you're watching this, I'm going to assume that you're just completely orange pilled with me. So we should also see, this is all kind of dovetailing in with a lot of things that are happening right now. Coinbase obviously calling for clear banking regulation. We've got the GENIUS Act, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Crypto Czar coming out here in about an hour to discuss the sovereign wealth fund and Trump's crypto strategy. And overall, I think this all just highlights really, really good as we are getting kind of the promises that were set of clear regulation for cryptocurrency, and this coming, and the FTX repayment coming at this time is just a perfect, chef's kiss, real life example of how certain things can go good even when other things go bad. Thirdly, but not finally, we got one more thing. Senator Bill Haggerty today brought forward the GENIUS Act, so the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation and U.S. Stablecoins Act, GENIUS, to establish regulatory framework for stablecoins in the United States. Now, currently, it has support from both sides of the political spectrum. So it is rumored that it's going to move pretty swiftly through the halls, which would be quite good to see. It's good to see at least a consensus on the necessity for stablecoin regulation. The act is going to clearly define what is a stablecoin, particularly those with an emphasis of those pegged to the US dollar, which will give us some clarity that's been lacking in our space. Because if we set out explicit rules for what a stablecoin is and what a stablecoin is not, again, that is the clear regulation that we want. It's also going to set out rules for the stablecoin issuers. So anything over $10 billion is going to resolve to the Fed's standard. Anything underneath $10 billion is going to resolve back to the state, wherever the issuer is located inside the United States, which is good because there's complete ambiguity about that right now. Now, according to the bill, I love this language. It is designed to promote financial inclusion by leveraging stablecoins for their efficiency in transactions. And they're talking about the benefit for underbanked communities, which is nice to hear, right? So, but you have to understand that this is all coming with the aim from this current political climate to reinforce the US dollar's position in global trade by ensuring that USD pegged stablecoins are well regulated, and well regulated stablecoins are going to be the most used stablecoins. That's going to increase their adoption internationally. And honestly, how much innovation do we really need to see within the United States for stablecoin development? It is what it is. It's a digital dollar. It does what it does. It does exactly what it says on the tin. But there's always room for improvement. So again, clearer regulation means more people participating. So all these people that have been like, tether this, tether that. Okay, well now actual firms, more established firms can get involved with tether, make things a little bit safer perhaps for us all, increase investor confidence in stablecoins, people holding a large, if we start seeing stablecoins with this clearer regulation, stablecoins being a more attractive asset to hold, people holding stablecoins for whatever reason, their ease in use in digital transactions, this, that, and the third, that makes it very easy for them to kind of just go back and forth between crypto. So again, another good positive crypto liquidity injection over time, not like right ahead, not like we're going to get with this one big drop with the FTX disbursements, but kind of a more slow burn, more long-term bullish is pretty good. And setting a precedent for how other cryptocurrencies might be regulated in the future, starting off with stable coins, and then we can kind of move into obviously, more risk on asset security, not a security, but setting a precedent for balancing innovation and ensuring safety is overall a pretty good thing. Now, finally, we've got some big news. We're going to be watching it live here, ladies and gentlemen, in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. David Sachs, who is President Trump's artificial intelligence and crypto czar, is set to do a presser and discuss the administration's strategy for digital assets. He's going to be speaking from Washington, D.C. That's going to be taking place at 2:30 Eastern, so 1:30 my time, so in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Tim Scott's going to be there. He is the Banking Committee Chairman for the Senate. French Hill is going to be there. He is the chairman for the House Financial Services Committee. John Boozman, who is the Agricultural Committee Chairman, and G.T. Thompson, who is also on the Agriculture Committee. Now, it is very clear that this administration is all America first. The primary aim of the conference is going to detail how the United States intends to establish itself as a leader in cryptocurrencies, focusing on regulation and innovation. So we want to attract talent to the United States, and we want to attract and we want to foster innovation in the United States. So this has sparked quite a bit of interest in the cryptocurrency markets. And obviously the scuttlebutt is, at the mention of the word Bitcoin, we're just going to fly. Now, we're already up quite a bit off of the lows, but still plenty of room to go. So we're probably going to see a lot of discussions over what the federal framework is going to be for regulation. This is going to dovetail real nicely with stablecoins, but also expect to hear conversation around DeFi, potentially NFTs. And again, this is quite a good thing when we're really talking about, broad adoption of cryptocurrencies within the US. I mean, literally people from the administration going on television and saying, hey, this is how we intend to do these things. I mean, what more could you possibly ask for, right? This is all aligning, of course, with this administration's policy of strengthening the US financial market, strengthening again, not inflating the dollar's currency. We've talked about that. That's a conspiracy theory, though, that I'm holding key to, and we can get into that later if you want to. But obviously, America for strengthening the United States in any and all fields. All right, so we shall absolutely see. Personally, I'm quite eager to learn more about exactly what they're going to do, how these policies could directly impact my investments, and I would say I'm pretty optimistic for a more crypto-friendly environment in the United States. Also, appealing to tech-savvy voters and investors, right? Pro-innovation stance in the digital economy, always good. And again, like I said, laying that framework, laying that groundwork, right? Not only for U.S. dominance in blockchain technology long term, but again, laying that groundwork and framework for, how is regulation going to go? How are we going to be treating altcoins, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin long term? So stay tuned for all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this and more in today's exciting episode of the Crypto Market Update. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody. It is February 4th, 2025, foul year of our Lord. Bitcoin currently sitting at about $99,022, give or take. And it's a pretty good day in the markets. We've had a very nice surge in the markets over the last 24 hours, pulling back a little bit since this morning. Absolutely expected, especially after a large move like that. In today's episode, we are going to be speculating about what David Sachs is going to be doing. We are obviously going to be going over the markets, providing my analysis on my watch list, looking for signals, looking for trade setups and opportunities, arguing with people on X, answering your questions, taking chart requests. We are going to be giving away another 1 billion Jesus coins on the Ethereum mainnet at the end of today's episode. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end for that. Still a chance to enter for your chance to win if you have not already. Link in the description down below for my X profile, for my Twitter. Click on that. It is my pinned tweet. You can read all you have to do to enter. It's super simple. It's going to take you like 30 seconds to do. Subscribe to the Crypto Alpha Report, like and repost Profit Bear's comment that I have linked there, and email me what your Ethereum public address is so I know where to send the tokens if you win. We are, of course, going to be doing that with the greatest marble race known to man. You've never seen anything like it, so definitely don't go anywhere. Shout out to BideFi, centralized exchange partner of the show, where we will be doing our day trading live on the air. Click the link down in the description, get that VIP level 1 fee advantaged account, 17% off all your perpetual fees, demo trading up to 200x leverage, KYC free, VPN free. You've never seen anything like it. Now, shout outs to my early channers. We've got Dane, Yes to Crypto, Crypto Rick, John Stockton, and Saga Alpha Club. John Stockton asks, "Do I know where to watch the David Sachs press conference?" It's going to be all over YouTube. We're just going to be watching it on YouTube, my friend. Other than that, let's get into the markets and start with the skibbity-doo. Bless the marbles indeed. Profit Bear, shout outs to you, my friend. All right. Bitcoin on the daily time frame. We're still not back above the daily baseline. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to accept it. It's okay. Just looking for trend following trades. We have obviously deviated from bullish trend, looking for a breakout of 108 for us to get that next trigger, likely looking at 125, 130, 150 on the break of that 108. But we need a nice strong daily close above that. So overall, that's the trade I'm personally concerned with. I'm not really too kind of obsessed with all this range shenanigans that's going on here, because it's really just giving me, PTSD from all these range shenanigans right here. And again, this can be difficult to accept. I know for a lot of crypto traders who just don't have the patience to sit and wait for several weeks until a signal appears. But it is what it is. We actually did get a short signal on the close of yesterday's daily candle, as you guys can see right here. That position would currently be about 2.24% in profit. Now, again, I definitely understand being a little hesitant to short the market after such a swift decline. So again, me personally, I would probably be quite a pansy right here and scaling out some profits right now and then setting my stop loss back at that break even. That gives you the opportunity to play any kind of meso time frame trade breakouts to the upside. If we want to hop down to like the 4-hour time frame, where we could see a breakout here of above 103,267. So I definitely understand that. I definitely understand wanting to be bullish right now, especially after such a sharp decline yesterday. But again, it just is what it is. No bullish 4-hour, no bullish daily. And as I always try to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you're worried about missing this trade, well, this breakout, right? This price discovery never happens off of the lows. Price actually has to get back above major moving averages before it can make such a move. So, you're fine to develop any kind of strategy that you want. But me primarily, I tend to focus more on what's going on above here, because those are the real juicy trades. And sometimes that just requires a lot of patience. And that's just currently where we're sitting right now. That's about it for BTC with a trend following system. We do, of course, have a little bit of expanding volatility with Wadatar explosion declining. So a little bit of a warning side there. Not full tilt bearish right now at this point in time, but we are in a bearish trend per the baseline. If we do want to load up our reversal system, okay, we did get a little bit, not a super one, something we might have been able to trade, but not a signal off of the daily close. The time transformation was not oversold. Laguerre PPO did not confirm oversold conditions. So the only conditions for my reversal setups here that were fulfilled were the deviations below the Bollinger Bands, and of course the volume spike. All right, so you can always play off of those, but nothing that I would really want to write home to mom about. And even if we were taking a reversal trade up here, we would only be targeting about 106,756, the upper range of the Bollinger Bands. And again, it's also just much easier to trade that breakout above 102,556, which is the median, the mid of the Bollinger Bands, if you will. So not too much. A relatively boring day for us systems traders. As far as Bitcoin goes, absolutely fine. Let's move down to Solana. Obviously, Solana also down here in the bearish trenches. Breakout is going to be looking good above 237.33. Now, Solana did give us a short signal back here with a closing price of about 203.47. And if we just go back in time to that, we can load up our take profit and stop loss system, which is going to be Quadriga ATR. It's available to all our subscribers in the Crypto Trading Academy. I want to give us an initial profit target of 171. Okay, so let's just jump into the future. Did we hit 171? Did not hit 171. That's a shame. Did not hit 171. Make sure I have those right. Oh, hold on. I have this incorrect. Sorry. 1 ATR. Shortchanging myself. 182, I apologize, would have been that take profit target. So did we hit 182? We sure did. We hit 182. We would have taken out 50% profit here. Stop loss would have been moved to our entry price, and so this position would be closed. Kind of quick trade. Obviously, sometimes when we're trading the daily time frame, we do expect 5 to 7 days of movement, but that's not always the case. And especially, I am obviously using Minx with a 21 static filter length. That's just the way I prefer trading it. That's my personal strategy. By default, it will come with a 3, so it will look quite different. Let me give you an idea of what that looks like. So if we set this to 3, you are going to get a lot more activity, right? But let's just kind of compare. Obviously, we got, kind of toasted on this long. I'm going to assume we got toasted on this long signal, right? Let's go see. Let's see if we would have got toasted on this long signal. I'm assuming so. We would have had a take profit target of 280 initially coming off of that trade. All right. And then, so let's just jump into the future now. No, we would have hit it. We would have hit 280. Would have hit our take profit target. Stop loss moves to break even, and life's good. So that trade actually did not vamoose us, and we would have got a much earlier short signal here. Let's see if we would have got stopped out on Solana. We're going to go short. And so it would have told us to, yeah, we would have been absolutely fine. We would have been managing risk at 260, and we've taken initial profits at 204. So let's just jump forward into the future. Yeah, so entry here, our stop loss was absolutely fine, never in jeopardy. And of course, we hit 204 quite quickly right here. So life is good. So both the short and then even the continuation short. Yeah, we already talked about that. Continuation short coming in here. And then obviously we're hitting TP1 on that wick down. So unstoppable really when it comes to the daily time frame. Not too bad. So obviously you guys can run whatever settings you like if you're subscribed, if you're using Minx, but we did get just on the 21, got that short yesterday, and we already demonstrated how that was a successful trade. Nothing here so far. All right, obviously that trade's been invalidated, so we are just looking for a continuation signal, or we are looking for some sort of signal. Signal would come in the form of any kind of crossover while price is below the baseline. And then we do need to get price back above 237.33 to be looking for a trend, kind of something similar to what we saw here. Looking at our reversal system, probably Solana here has the strongest reversal setup, a significantly stronger reversal setup than Bitcoin, because we did deviate below the Bollinger Band, obviously a hammer candle, right? So we didn't even talk about that. We have the volume. We have hidden bullish divergence here, right? So we have a higher low in price action, but a lower low on our momentum oscillator. The only thing that we don't have here is confirmation from our confirmation indicator. And notice that we did have that confirmation during our last really good signal right here. And we got that clear reversal signal, and price basically just went directly up. Here we get kind of a subsequent signal where we're oversold, and we do get a crossover there very close to oversold. And so we could have taken that trade as well. And so we do have somewhat of a similar setup now, but without that confirmation. So if we were going to be taking this trade, good evening to you, Peckham. If we were going to be taking this trade, if you're considering taking this trade on Solana, I would recommend that you reduce risk. So if you generally enter with 2% risk, I would probably be entering with 1% risk. I'm going to get the music going right now. Now I am redlining on my microphone. Do you guys find my audio too loud? Is my vocal audio too loud? Audio is perfect. Okay. All right. Well, never mind, OBS. Blockchain gamers, good to see you, man. We love OG trolls here, dude. We love everybody. Sing a song and test it. Okay, I got you, dude. All right. Today we're gonna see David Sachs come on stream and pump my bags. He's gonna pump our bags today. He's gonna come out and say Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's gonna pump, and we're gonna be rich. So rich. All right. Turn my gain down, volume up. I can't turn the volume up anymore. So because my volume is maxed out on my Go XLR. John, we are absolutely going to look at Sui here in just a few minutes. Let's look at, okay, so just back guys, let's get serious now. Ethereum is bearish. All right, we are in a bearish trend. We are significantly oversold on the daily time frame, so I would be a little hesitant to just pile back into a short again, particularly after the massive dump that we saw yesterday. However, I will say that being contrarian, let me tell you this, being a contrarian trader doesn't always mean price down you buy. It doesn't always mean price up you short. Being contrarian means doing the opposite of what the vast majority of people think is the correct thing to do. So when you look on crypto Twitter, or when you check your Discords, or when you read your newsletters, and you just get the vibe, you know, you get the vibe from TradingView if you check out the chats and, you know, you look at the analyses that are being posted, you know, so everybody right now is screaming buy the dip. And so a contrarian move right now would be shorting. Okay. A contrarian move would be no. Everybody seems to think that my bags are that crypto is going to pump because of X, Y, and Z. But clearly the market just tried to jump the shark yesterday, and the market is trending down. The dominant direction is down. So while everybody is longing here incorrectly, maybe I should be shorting an area of the market that most people would be too scared to short. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but I'm just letting you know what real contrarianism is like. Real contrarianism is doing the opposite of what the herd is doing. And let me tell you this from experience. In a bull market, you want to be with the herd, okay? In a bull market, you want to be with the herd, okay? Because you cannot, like, it's just impossible for you to realize for what reasons things are going to pump. They're going to pump for whatever reason, and everybody's trying to get in, and everything's just pumping. It's just better to be dumb and all in a bull market. It's just better to be dumb and all in. You don't want to be smart in a bull market. Smart people don't make a lot of money in the bull market because they always overthink it. But in a bear market, when prices are moving down, you do not want to be with the herd. Because the herd is buying, prices moving down. And while everybody really loves the idea of like buy low, sell high, I mean, it's kind of the basics of the market. And in some case you want to do that. The reality is that in crypto, people tend to buy way too early. They tend to buy the dips way too early. And when the market actually gets to max pain, that most people end up puking. They can't suffer the pain. You know, they sit there and they're like, oh my God, I'm down like 80%. Like I can't take it anymore. And they sell. And then, you know, then the market goes up. So I'm not sure if we're there yet, but just to highlight. So looking at my Minx system, we got our initial short signal back here on January 9th, and then multiple continuation short signals throughout this consolidation period, one on the 20th, one on the 27th, and of course, one on the 2nd prior to this absolute collapse. Now, again, like I said, we are for the first time in a long time. We are for the first time since September 7th, 2024, which was the local bottom. All right, when we triple bottomed on Ethereum, we are oversold at a level that we have not been oversold before. Okay, so I will point that out. Of course, sometimes, you know, we also were extremely oversold back here on July 8th, and while we did get a pretty gnarly bounce, we were bound to be significantly more oversold. And we were very oversold here on August 7th, but that was not the bottom, right? So I digress. We'll see. USDT delistings equals oversold conditions. Now, Cryptonomics, I did see yesterday that you left a comment. I think it was actually 4 days ago. No, it was yesterday. And you say here, I'm wondering why no one suspects USDT delisted across EU exchanges. USDT has had a long-standing history of being the bane of crypto, and now it's disappearing and it's taking crypto market share with it. We all know many crypto pairs are in USDT, and so it seems to me that all the crypto in those pairs held by exchanges had to be dumped and rebought with new stablecoins. Yes, exchanges are holding assets on the exchanges, but I think now the regulations are going to hold many of these exchanges to the fire. I do agree with that. There is supposed to be another USDT delisting in March. Probably won't be as big as this, but we had a dump end of December. That was the first USDT delisting. Then again, end of January and another in March. Hang on to your seats. So this is an interesting theory. I will say that I don't think that Tether is going to go anywhere. In fact, I would speculate that we're likely going to hear mention of Tether today in David Sachs' speech. And it's also explicitly mentioned in the GENIUS Act, as I said, that was introduced earlier by Senator Bill Hagerty into the United States Congress. So I actually think Tether is quite robust and not at a risk of going anywhere. But this is a very good and sage comment that you posted here. So if I understand you correctly, please correct me where I go astray. You are kind of correlating the waves of the selling pressure that we've seen with the USDT delistings, and your speculation is that I don't think what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know if I necessarily agree that the selling pressure is because the exchanges had to sell the crypto to rebuy them with the USDC, because that, like, it's not as if think of the exchange, they have a balance sheet, so they have assets, right? Between their hot and cold wallets, exchanges do. And so when they list a USDT trading pair, they obviously have a portion, they have a reserve of the token, the base asset. So let's say BTC in this case, they have Bitcoin. And obviously they have USDT to facilitate withdrawals. But it's not as if they actually have all that they... Well, obviously, they in many cases, they don't actually have all the reserve assets. We learned that, obviously, the hard way many times now with FTX and Bitfinex, and I digress. But it's not as if that because the futures pair, the perp pair is BTC USDT, if they could just, it's just a video game, right? It's just a video game. You're basically playing a JavaScript based game where, all these traders have these open positions open. That's not necessarily correlated in any way, shape, or form to their actual balance of Tether. You're just playing the video game. And I'm sure they have an algorithm for exactly how much USDT they actually have to keep on hand in order to facilitate daily withdrawals and weekly withdrawals. And then they probably have a little bit, if they're smart, they would probably have like a little bit of additional to that, just like if you've ever ordered flooring, to do your house, if you've ever worked with a contractor to do it, you always order 20% more just because you know that some's going to get banged up, boxed up, and you're going to make wrong cuts. So, just like a little bit of padding to facilitate, like, oh, okay, well, a whale kind of wanted to come in today and do some withdrawals. So I always have that little bit of extra padding. All well and good. But for the most part, they could just say, all right, we're going to replace all USDT trading pairs with USDC trading pairs and do that. Now, I will not deny, of course, that USDC is much more regulated than USDT because it's issued by a financially regulated, publicly listed company, Circle. So, yeah. Good comment. Good conversation. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, my friend. How much USDT exists, though? I recall this conversation coming up back in the Bitfinex days, and USDT being used to control crypto markets. Yeah, I mean, so USDT, I mean, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories and allegations. So certainly, Tether is very, very powerful. And, you know, there's lots of evidence, you know, directly correlating, you know, the minting of Tether with the, you know, so the basic conspiracy theory goes like this. Binance and Tether collude to mint USDT and pump the price on Binance. That's basically it. That's the conspiracy theory. It's probably true. Most likely absolutely true. With regards to how much Tether is in circulation, I mean, we can just go to CoinGecko and ask, right? USD TED. There is a circulating supply of approximately 140 billion Tether in circulation. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Where were we? Okay. ZERP. X to the R to the P. XRP is also bearish. We actually got a short signal on XRP yesterday. Let's go back and see what that would have looked like, or would kind of currently look like, perhaps for somebody following along with the system at home. Invalidation at 321 and an initial take profit at 218. So just looking for a little tiny refill of that wick. Okay. Obviously, we've hit neither the stop loss nor the take profit, so really nothing to call home to mom about. We would reassess bias with a close at or above $3.06 for XRP. We will just note out that XRP plunged down here and found support. All well and good. Looking at a reversal system. So the only thing we really have here is the volume and the deviation below the lower boundary of the Bollinger Band. We don't really have oversold market conditions. Time transformation is relatively low. But we do not have confirmation from CM Laguerre. So notice the last time that we had kind of a good reversal setup, we got this right here. Would have been a good signal right here, the candle that I'm looking at. Notice that we got a crossover in our momentum oscillator very near the oversold conditions. We had a good volume spike on that day as well, and we had that volume confirmation. And that led to an actually good reversal trade. Okay. Don't really have that right now. No, yeah, like what's the max supply of the United States dollar, Cryptonomics? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Today was leg day and I hit it hard, boys. I hit it hard. Bulgarian split squats. Tether just minted $1 billion USDT. Oh, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Moonin', USA, we are moonin'. I do want to get long before the here we go. I do want to get long before the kind of crypto announcement. I'm not sure if this is right, but you know, whatever. Geronimo. We just day trade for fun. Let's go like, just go 1,000. All right. That looks pretty good. For good or for ill. Third leg day? You mean third leg day? That's all we do is leg day, bro. All right. SUI by request. SUI is also in a bearish trend. We are significantly oversold. We haven't been this oversold since the bottom back on August 5th. So I will point that out. Massive volume, obviously, yesterday coming in. SUI is not going to be trending on the daily time frame bullish until, wow, that's quite a move. Until we're back above 515. So really only reversal plays from the system right now. We did actually get a continuation short signal the day before the dumps, probably hitting TP1, maybe TP2. We got our initial short signal back here on January 21st. Looking at a reversal system, this one's not too bad. I think I pointed this out yesterday. We do have regular bullish divergence. We deviated below the lower boundary, a massive volume spike, and Laguerre PPO confirmation. So SUI is actually one that I would entertain. In addition to that, it's also been one of the top performers of 2024, 2025. So, well, nothing's been really a great performer in 2025, I'll be honest with you. But SUI, you know, it's a good one. It's on my fundamental watch list. So yeah, I do like this trade setup. Let's go back and look at what such a setup might have looked like yesterday. Yeah, long setup. We would do something like a stop loss at $2.86, initial target at 417, and then likely targeting between 470 and 522 there towards the upper boundary of the Bollinger Band. So kind of looking for a return to the baseline. I quite like that. I think that's pretty nice. In fact, pause for the cause. Okay. Thank you for the subscription, Stuart Reed. Welcome to the family, man. Glad you are here. We're just going to go ahead and... Why are you not letting me... Used to just be able to right click. Oh, because I'm in replay mode. Sorry. Right. There we go. And furthermore, thank you for the subs. 9 lives, man. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. Good to see you guys. We're here every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. We are here every weekday, noon to 2. This is our time. All right. Moving right along. Let me get the, by the way, let me just get all prepared for the upcoming Crypto Czar. Good to see you guys on here. Wow, I got quite a few people watching today. All right, let's see here. David Sachs, press conference. Yeah, let's just get this pulled up. All right, we'll be able to find it here in a little bit. Okay. Looking at Athena, Athena also, unfortunately, in a bearish trend. I can just tell you, it's been one of the top performers, but we entered our bearish trend back here on January 9th. Got our initial short signal on January 10th. You can see we've had a few continuation short signals since then. February 2nd being our last one. Maybe we got swatted right there. It's possible we hit TP1, not sure. We are deeply oversold. We haven't been this deeply oversold since back on August 7th, which was not quite the bottom for Athena. We did have another leg down, obviously. A little bit of a different, we were already kind of deep into the movement down at that point in time. Slightly different because we're coming off of the highs, triple top at 129, 130. Would reevaluate my bearish bias above 108. We'd be back to kind of trending bullish on the daily time frame. Looking at our reversal system, we did get a decent signal here, similar to SUI as well. We had regular bullish divergence, big volume spike, of course, on the signaling candle, and confirmation here from Laguerre PPO. So that is a good setup. We could probably go ahead and enter that now. Something like a stop loss at 45 cents, initial take profit at 76 cents, and targeting all the way up to $1, between 88 cents and $1. So I think Athena is a good reversal setup right there. Ohm are we still pamping? Yeah, Ohm is good. We took Ohm for the Crypto Trading Academy. I'm not exactly sure what day it is. I could pull up. Here is our trading spreadsheet. We entered on January 20th, and we pulled 27% out of that. So yeah, we entered right here on this day. And we did end up closing. I closed full position here because that was the signal that I posted, but we have continued to pamp. So Ohm doing some big things, guys. So I told you guys to pay attention to Ohm last week. Told you guys to pay attention to Ohm on Friday. Told you guys to pay attention to Ohm on Wednesday. We continue to move to the upside. So overall, it's pretty good. We're not overbought on the daily time frame, so nothing super crazy to worry about there. Let's look and see where we're at as far as our trend following system. Don't have enough data yet, so that's all good. But Ohm, definitely one to keep your eyes on. Don't chase it. If you're not in, don't chase it. If you're in, make sure to take profits on the way up, as always. Pepe Le Frog. Let's go and get a better chart for Pepe. There we go. We'll take this one off and put this one on. Obviously bearish trend, as we can see from the chart. Continuation short signal on the day before the dumpity dump. Multiple short signals throughout. Absolutely fine. Let's see here. Price needs to get all the way back above 2103 to reevaluate my bearish bias. So let's go to the reversal system. Do we see anything? Bottom feeder successfully traded here and here. Got slapped here, unfortunately. We are deeply oversold. We have a regular bullish divergence. We had that volume spike yesterday. So again, I would put this one in the same, not in the same basket as SUI and ENA, because it is a meme coin. So it's going to be higher risk, whereas Athena and SUI have at least ostensibly a little bit more value than just being a meme coin. Typically, I don't like to buy oversold meme coins. I like to buy meme coins when they are pumping furiously. Let's see here. Jay asks, do I think Bitcoin will retest yesterday's lows before a new all-time high? There's really no reason to retest the lows if indeed we are bottomed. Okay. All that, that smart money concept stuff, right? Like retesting lows, grabbing liquidity, all that stuff happens on the 5-minute, the 1-minute, the 15-minute time frame. It doesn't happen with broad market structure. If price were to begin moving down, I would just trust that it is bearish. And when price started moving up, I would trust that it is bullish. That is the way I tend to look at the markets. So do I think there is a specific need to revisit liquidity down below? No, only if we want to get into something like, okay, well, we've got to grab liquidations, all this and that, but that all depends on flow. Looking at the current liquidation heat map for Bitcoin, we've got liquidation starting at around 98,000 and stretching down to 96,000. Upside pain starts at 100,454. But the market, as we can see, isn't heavily leveraged right now. Okay. The market isn't super heavily leveraged. Otherwise, these lines would be yellow. So there's not actually that, I mean, relatively, there's not actually that much liquidation leverage to hunt. So I would think no. I would like to get some good news today. I mean, obviously, completely possible that because we are in a bearish trend, all good news is bad news. And we'll see if Bitcoin can get itself back into a bullish trend here. The close back above 99,368 as we anticipate David Sachs in 40 minutes. My bias on Bitcoin, I don't really have one at this point in time. Do not have one at this time. My bias on Bitcoin is the same as I kind of went over at the beginning of the stream. Structure-wise, we are bearish. We are going to be bearish until we're above 108,000. It's the way I look at the markets. So Bitcoin needs to rally and close above 108,000 before something like, you know, a nice move up to 120, 150 would be on the table. And so where we're at right now is not really the range that I focus on trading. I'm not a buy the dip trader. I'm a trend following trader. So as you can see from my baseline, we're in a bearish trend. I'm not really concerned with all these shenanigans because this area of trading is where most people get screwed up and where most people lose money, right? They see a big dip. They think they're going to buy on it. So they buy here. They have unrealized profit. They don't take profit. And then it dips again and they sell at a loss. And it just happens over and over again. It's not the way I like to trade. When price proves to me that it is bullish by closing above our major moving average, then I tend to go in with size and hold. Yes, Peckham, I am going to have, I am going to be covering the Crypto Czar conference. Cheers, mate. I do have, excellent. Let's do it, man. Somebody asked for near. Let's take a look at near. I mean, like everything else, right? Daily trend is bearish. We are deeply oversold, so a little hesitancy. We haven't been this oversold since November, which was the bottom of near at that point in time. Notice that we also triple bottomed right in that range at approximately the same price that we're at right now. So 350, like 350, definitely a lot of liquidity here, or definitely a lot of buyers here. Near will be strongly bullish back above $5.86. Let's see. The way I trade would have gotten a continuation short signal here. Probably got smoked. Got another short signal on January 8th. That would have worked out well. And another continuation short signal on January 21st, which obviously was a blessing. No active signals right now on near. Looking at a reversal system. Not too bad. Near had regular bullish divergence coming into this descent. Obviously, massive volume spike and oversold confirmation from LaGuardia PPO. So probably good if you're into that kind of thing. For a stop loss around 275 and an initial take profit around $4 and maybe targeting all the way up between $4.50 and $5 on near. And then just real quick, we'll go through the rest of these, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can go over and kind of go through the news before we get into David Sachs' announcement. MNT, nothing really today. Depeche Mode here, deep, really nothing today, looking decent. Ondo Finance, obviously, you guys know that we're waiting for a close back above 163. Radium obviously looking for a close back above 679. Jito looking for that strong close above 337. Hedera Hashgraph looking for price to get back above 35 cents. Reversal system, kind of the same setup as everything else. A little bit of regular bullish divergence, starting to get that oversold confirmation now on today's daily candle. Big volume spike and deviation below the Bollinger Bands. Could be an active signal with a stop loss at 20 cents, an initial take profit at 29 up to 37. Aave, additionally, regular bullish divergence, oversold confirmation, massive volume spike, decent reversal trade setup. Stop loss at 212, initial take profit at 307, up to 345 to 383. FTM. All right, Sonic. I'm trying not to sleep on Sonic, but it's just depressing to see it keep going down, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of regular bullish divergence, strong oversold confirmation, volume spike. So probably decent. By the way, thank you for the sub, Dan Bador. Welcome to the family, my friend. And Hendy65, thank you, my friend. So stop loss at 31 cents. Initial take profit at what? 53 up to 70 cents. This is just a chart where you're like, all right, I got to trade the signal. I just got to trade the signal. But all the other previous ones have been bad, right? The last reversal signal sucked. Last reversal signal sucked. I mean, you had a limited upside. You had limited upside. And let's just go see. Would this one have made money? We have hit TP1. All right. Initial take profit here. Okay, now let's jump into the future. Yes, we would have hit TP1. We would have hit TP1. Oh my God. Hooray. Unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. Maybe, you know what we should probably do? Because he's going to be speaking in a half hour, we should probably go ahead and get the giveaway out of the way right now, so that we're not struggling to do that at the end. Vasily, thank you so much for the sub. So, guys, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get the marble race giveaway out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what we're talking about, we're giving away 1 billion Jesus coins on the Ethereum mainnet. We've been doing that every day for a while now. If you guys would like to participate, you guys can check out in the link, or in the description is the link to my X, cracking an egg _crypto, cracking crypto. And it's my pinned tweet. All you have to do is subscribe to the Crypto Alpha Report. That's the first link in the description. It's also linked in that tweet. Like and repost Profit Bear's tweet. And then send me an email, justin@cracking.cryptocurrency.com, with your Ethereum deposit address so I know where to send the funds. And we're going to just go ahead and do that right now. So let me just double check my email and make sure I get any new submissions. We had a few over the night. Okay, no new ones since I checked my email this morning. And so let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. So let's get the music turned off. Let's get OBS pulled up here. And let's get over to our marbles. Give me 1 second here. Okay. All right. As you guys can see, we have all the entrants here. We have 51 participants right now in the giveaway. What lane are we going to do? What are we thinking? Let's do Space Station. No, we're not going to do Fuel Survive. No. Nobody's, only 3 people survived yesterday, man. Just so you know, the link on Twitter is not working for the Academy. Oh, dear. Let's check. If you're talking about the pinned tweet, absolutely it works. If you were talking about the main link on my profile, absolutely it works. If you're talking about the X post, yes, it works. Huh. If you're talking about the sign up page, just scroll down in the description and click that first link. I'm going to paste it right into the chat right now. Here you go. In a minute, my resources are... There we go. No, that's not it. Copy. YouTube. Paste. There you go, my friend. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's get back to this. Let's do Space Station in honor of how we're all about to go to the moon. All right. 51 racers. Record time of 3 minutes, 37 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. You've never seen anything like this. This is the greatest marble race on God's green earth. One victorious winner is going to be walking away with 1 billion Jesus coins. And we're going to be watching the action live. Your referee in charge, Herb Dean. 3 minutes for the undisputed marble race champion of the world. Go! And they're off to a start, ladies and gentlemen, with Barry B taking a very clear and dominant lead. Everybody falling behind. Don't even know what's going on. Why would they even possibly... Mikhail W and Ethan M trying desperately to catch up to the absolute dominance that is Barry B. And he's down. He's out of the loop-de-loop and down through the spin. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Circling around. It's anybody's game now. Anybody's game. Cannot even tell who is in the lead right now. My hotkeys don't really care. Oh, we've got it clear. Somebody has taken the lead. It is, I can't even tell who is in the lead. So difficult to tell. It's Noah W who has pulled away strongly down the chute of death through the loop. Oh, but Miriam pulling ahead. She will not be stopped. She will not be stopped. As we go, there we go. Oh, for the speed up. Oh, but Noah pulls ahead. He took the inside of the curb. He took the inside of the curve. You've never seen that, ladies and gentlemen. You have never seen. But Noah, but Miriam slides through undeterred. Come on. Sorry, we got to play catch up. All right. What are we even paying attention to here? Looks like Pathcake L is completely in the lead here. Pathcake L, but it's showing Barry B. Why is Barry B all the way in the front? Why does it say Barry B is there? All right, let's just go. Go. Why do you keep doing this to me? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. All right, Pathcake L has died. Sorry, let's just get up here. Hopefully I'm not too late. The hotkeys weren't working. They keep like pulling me back to the back for some unforsaken reason. And so we have missed some of the action. Oh, Max H dead. Max H dead. Here we go. Who is in the lead? Okay. Back in the action, ladies and gentlemen. All right. With a very neck and neck race between Muffin T and Ellis. Here we go. Oh. But Quankite B pulls ahead, followed closely by Tobias, with Pancake O following closely behind. Will this be it? Quankite B clearly in the lead. Here we go. Quankite B, Tobias R, the battle. Oh, as they go through the spikes. A little bit of difficulty here. Here we go. Tobias R. I wish we had, you know what? Let's get the music back. Sorry. We need a little bit of background music. Whoop. I'm terrified to hit my hotkeys right now because normally it takes me to who's ever in first place, but for some reason it was just throwing me all the way back and we missed perhaps the most exciting part of the race. All right, we have a dominant lead from Quankite B as it has been, so it shall ever be. Never mind. That dominant lead has been decimated by Pancake O. It is anybody's game, ladies and gentlemen. It is anybody's game. They are struggling to make it through the spikes of death. Anybody's game at this point in time. Pancake Orion hits the speed up. Down the chute. We are coming in on the end. This is the final lap. This is the victory. Right there is the end. It looks like Pancake O will be the winner. Tobias R has no chance. The final obstacle. The final obstacle. But Tobias R pulls ahead. No, Shane B with the steal at the last minute. Shane B shooting down, undeterred by these big things of death, and dropping safely in the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane did him on the line. Shane did him on the line. Never seen anything like it. Only 30 seconds left. It doesn't really matter. Shane B is victorious. Congratulations, Shane B. You are the winner of today's 1 billion Jesus coins, ladies and gentlemen. You've never seen anything like it. The greatest marble race known to man. Shane B in 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Undefeated on this track, followed closely by Tobias R. He put in a great fight, and Mikhail W. You know, Mikhail W. was struggling there from the very beginning, or not struggling, but in the win from the very beginning. We had our eyes on him, but it was Shane B. ultimately who pulled ahead victoriously. Congratulations, my friend. I'm going to go ahead and shoot your funds to you right now as we get back to the Bitcoin. Wait, what was it? Shane B, right? Shane B. Okay. I'll send you your funds right now. Let me just find your Ethereum address. Ah, here it is. Bam. Got it. Huh? There we go. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh. What? There we go. Send on Ethereum to this address. Whitelist. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1 billion Jesus coins coming your way, my friend. And sent. Shane Buffington, congratulations, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Boom. Okay. All that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Only here. Only here. All right. We are long on Bitcoin. Just a nice little $10,000 position. Nothing major. Nothing major. Let's pump it up. All right. Real quickly, as I talked about at the beginning, U.S. job openings came in a little bit below expectations. We've now been in a downtrend on U.S. jobs since March of 2022. Since March of 2022. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Yeah. There we go. That's a little bit better. So now when I... that's much better. Okay. We already talked about that quite a bit. We already talked about FTX begins creditor repayments on February 18th. Let's see. Total claims and recoveries. USD in millions. 16.254 million? 16,000. So that is 1.6 billion. Yeah, he's going to be talking about the whole purpose behind David Sachs' crypto presser today. We'll just pull up the trending. Why did I lose it? Here we go. All right. Discuss the U.S. strategy for digital assets. What did I talk about earlier? Hold on, let me pull up my notes. Yeah, he's going to be discussing the United States strategy. It's likely going to be talking about the sovereign wealth fund and overall crypto strategy. Let's see here. We got some important people that are going to be there. How the U.S. intends to establish itself as the leader in global digital assets, focusing on regulatory clarity and innovation. A federal regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies, policies on stablecoins, DeFi, NFTs. Opening up the legal landscape for businesses and investors. And hopefully, right? Hopefully, mentioning the inclusion of Bitcoin in the sovereign wealth fund. I don't really need these on right now, but in 15 minutes. We'll work together to secure America as a leader in the digital asset ecosystem.
Cameron and Colin.
We have the RFK confirmation hearing going on right now. So I've got NBC, I've got Fox here. It is going to be on one of these, and we will be watching it here shortly. I have no idea how long the conference is going to be. I do type pretty fast. Hello, B-Flow. Well, better late than never. We need to pick me up. Diamond hands for Bitcoin. Tyler, I like that the United States government has a crypto czar. Let's all just breathe it in for a second. Just long enough to get liquidated. Amen. Oh, you know what? I pressed the wrong button. Huh. This is supposed to be a $10,000 position. No wonder, like, I wasn't up. I was only up pennies. There we go. Yeah, $1,000 in margin at 10x leverage. Thank you very much. I should have been up $60. That's all right. I'll just buy the top. All right. Listen, over on Rumble, I am going to have to translate this. And then I'll try to answer your question. Oh, I don't know. That sounds kind of scammy. I don't think you need, I don't think that's true, man. I don't think that you need 5 followers on Rumble to stream. I am going to stream the conference. It should be starting in about 12 minutes. I am just trying to make sure I get it locked in. All right, Fox, Bloomberg, ABC. All right. Okay. We got Fox, NBC, NBC. Oh, wait. Fox? Interesting. Yeah, NBC, Bloomberg, and ABC. So. Thank you so much for everything. 8 Valve for the sub. Welcome to the family, my friend. Oh, why? I'm sorry, guys. I'm showing you the wrong screen. It's not even exciting. It's not too hard, man. We need to get some volume on this pump. My 15-minute system actually just told me to exit, but not as if like it's not going to pump anymore. That's not the way it works. But my 15-minute system entered a long, well, this all happened automatically over here off screen, but at around what, 8 p.m. last night, it went long at like 99,108. No. Yeah, 99,108. And it just took profit. Automatically. Do I know that yesterday Telcoin got approval to become the first digital bank in the United States and intends to issue stablecoins? I did not, but that is really good news, especially with the stablecoin regulation rolling out this morning, the GENIUS Act. I was about to throw this in the copy trade, but we're only doing the 80% successful strategy for the copy trade, and that's literally the system that just said to exit BTC. So no, we're not going to add right here. We're just degen trading right now. Being as this is, by the way, thank you guys. I missed to the last, hold on a sec, docs. Stream labels, recent events. Oh. Alexandru, thank you so much for subscribing, my friend. And Austin Mason, thank you for the sub as well, my friend. Stop loss would be close below 99,379. Jonathan Mack, thanks for the sub, my friend. Oh, we got a PHP copy trade signal? Spike Elliott, thanks for the sub, man. Okay. You guys can go copy trade me over on VideFi. It's only on the mobile right now. They haven't added it to the web platform. I did just get a signal. So I am going to be putting this in here for the copy traders real quick. What do you mean? Why can't I trade this? There we go, right there. Ba-dum-bum-bum. What the heck, dude? That is not what I wanted to do. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, shoot. Okay. I apologize. Never mind. We're still getting it all figured out, guys. So, never mind. Appreciate the love, guys. Payne, thank you for the sub, man. Okay. All right, so we're just going to chill. And press conference should be starting in about 4 minutes. Let's check the... We got Senate Republicans speaking on... We got... All right. Mental health awareness and the issue of sports. Got microplastics in the brain. All right, so that's the same channel. All right, nothing going on here yet. Just Senate Republicans speaking on confirmation and Trump agenda. Thank you for the sub, Lo Plomo. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm super happy with the Pixel phone. I love it. Yeah, I got to do this, Tyler D. Thank you so much, brother. Mud, what's up, man? You're probably a billionaire by now, right? Should I go long or short on BTC? Listen, not financial advice. I took the long just so I could degen. You can watch the broadcast of the speech here, man. We're gonna be broadcasting it here in about 2 minutes as soon as it goes on the news. Should be flipping over any time now. Let me just make sure we don't miss anything here. All right. Yeah, so this is gonna. I have it pulled up right now. So just in case, I found it on X. So just in case I don't get it on the news, I got it here on X. It starts in 2 minutes, 1 minute. So we're good to go. We're locked in. I am listen, I downsize to the clamshell, man. You know, because the way I feel, bro, if something's important, if something's worth saying, man, it's worth saying it in person. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta put these chats over here. I'm tired of losing them. There we go. There we go. Yeah, from the U.S. Senate Banking Committee, GOP. Going to be broad streaming this. Broad streaming. Say it with your chest. Anyway, somebody asked me if they should go long or short on BTC. Listen, man, I'm a systems trader, so I just trade my signals. But I got what, $5,000 in here. I took a $1,000 position at 10x leverage just for fun. And we could degen the whole lot if you guys want. But at the same time, it was also a signal, right? So let's go to my system, 5-minute system. Gives a signal right over here. And we are getting a little, just a little, you know what I'm saying? 10-minute gave us a signal over here, right here, actually. Nice 10-minute signal. And we're going to keep it on the degen 5-minute chart here. Just for fun. All right, it's 1:30. Let's go. Okay, here we go. We got it locked and loaded. Okay. Coverage begins momentarily. Volume's turned up. I will see you guys on the other side. Here we go. I mean, the whole market might rise like we just might see. It might be green dildo time, ladies and gentlemen. All right. No chatting on the X on this official thing, limited by the broadcaster. I get it. They don't want all these crypto degens in here, you know, messing up their thing. All right, on Fox News. Okay, so obviously I get it. Like, it just hasn't really started yet. Fox News, they got Senate Republicans speaking on the confirmations. Did RFK get confirmed? Did RFK get confirmed? About 24,000 people watching right now. Let's check X. Yeah, boy! Look at what happened. Like, this is hilarious. Look what happened to the stocks of Moderna, GSK, and Pfizer. Absolute crash just now. Breaking. Largest 3 pharmaceutical companies in the world. Confirmed savage. My man. What about Tulsi? Did Tulsi get confirmed? I don't think it's happened yet, right? What? Oh my God, the world's changing. Is the market really pricing in an announcement on a Bitcoin reserve right now? I don't think so, man. Maybe. I think that's what we're trying to price in at this moment. We're going to find out. Cryptonomics. Do we really need a sovereign wealth fund with crypto? I mean, I don't think we need it, but it makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, lots of countries have sovereign wealth funds, and it gives the United States government, like, I think the example they gave at the presser when they announced the sovereign wealth fund, the example that he gave was great. Like, we gave billions of dollars to these vaccine companies. Well, the United States government could have purchased strikes, call options, equity in their company, and then use that profit into the sovereign wealth fund. And we can use those things to do lots of good things for the American people. So Bitcoin's a good reserve asset. I mean, Bitcoin's only going to go up, over the next 5, 10, 20 years, right? You really got to, once you orange pill yourself and you realize that the big picture price of Bitcoin's only going to go up, that it is hard money, then yeah. All right, guys, just waiting. We're just waiting. Nothing on Fox. On NBC, they're talking about mental health. Yep. So RFK still has to move to the Senate for the full vote, okay? On Bloomberg, they're talking about nothing. On ABC, they're talking about nothing. All right, we might be starting.
The Senate committee today, Senate Finance, putting forward the RFK Jr.
No, they're just talking about RFK.
Out of committee.
He's still got to go before committee. Or, I mean, he still has to go for the Senate hearing, or for the Senate vote. All right, well, if Polymarket says it isn't going to happen, then it's not going to happen. Polymarket's never wrong. We're going to be prepared to snatch profits. Thank you for the sub, Thomas Lee. Welcome to the family. I'm going to be watching this on X directly from the U.S. Senate Banking Committee. It's GOP's X handle. Hasn't started yet. There's 90,000 people waiting to watch this, so it's all good. We're not missing anything. Robo Taboo, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Guys, we might be hitting 25,000 subscribers today. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Let's check. We're not quite there yet. We have about 500 more. So everybody that's watching, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Get us there. Appreciate you guys. All right, checking in with Bitcoin. That's not it. Here we go. $100,615. Let's check out those poly market odds. So they might not mention the inclusion of Bitcoin in the sovereign wealth fund. Let's see. What do we got pumping in the last hour? Everything's pumping in the last hour with the exception of Flare, XDC, and Hype. Hype down 1%. Fartcoin up the most over the last hour, 5.3%, followed by SPX at 4.5. Floki, Tau, Whiff. But only thing gaining week over week gains is Dexy, Ohm, Hype, GTO, Pulse Chain, and XCN. And the only thing gaining over the last month is XCN, and Ohm, and Zerp, and Dexy, and KuCoin Shares, Monero, GT, and Leo. Still has not started yet. They're still just talking about Health and Human Services on Fox News. There are more people. Listen, guys, there are more people on this page right now waiting for this presser to start than are currently watching Fox News. We are the future. All right. This is the future. Rug pull, absolutely imminent. Yeah, Toshi did pretty good. Toshi kind of came out of nowhere. What's going on, Poly Market? Politics. Crypto? All right, probably crypto. Will Trump create a Bitcoin reserve in his first 100 days? 17% chance. What will David Sachs say during the presser today? Bitcoin at 97% chance. Let's see what the odds are here. 97% chance that he mentions Bitcoin. Okay. 29% chance he mentions Solana. 44% chance he mentions Ethereum. 30% chance he mentions meme coins. 23% chance he mentions Trump coin. Only a 4% chance that he mentions pump.fun. That's probably the best one. You know he's going to say Bitcoin, right? He's here to talk about cryptocurrency. 22% chance that the sovereign wealth fund acquires Bitcoin before July. 9% chance Trump eliminates the capital gains tax on crypto before June. Yeah, probably not going to happen. $250,000 people waiting to watch this. The only reason Pulse is pumping is because Richard Hart launched his version of pump.fun. In addition to that, I don't know too much about that, to be honest with you. But I do know. What did I want to talk about here? Flaunch, which just launched on Base, right? So Flaunch just launched on Base, and it's basically like the pump.fun of Base. All right, it launched on the new Uniswap v4 protocol, so you can go check that out on Base. But I can show you guys real quick. It's just flaunch.gg. Devs get revs, bro. DGen's in control. 100% of the trading fees go back to the trenches. So if you guys want to go make your money in the trenches right now, guys, this is where it's at. Flaunch on Base. It's here. Looking at this dumb ape. I'm looking at this weeb. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this lane. Could be any one of these. The next $10 million market capitalization shitcoin. Oh, why is the music not playing, guys? Why did anybody not tell me that we didn't have cool vibes going, dude?
All right.
Here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real honor to be here, to be invited to Capitol Hill here to speak alongside such distinguished leaders from both the House and the Senate. I want to thank Chairman Tim Scott, Chairman French Hill, Chairman John Bozeman, and Chairman G.T. Thompson. So thank you all for your leadership and commitment to addressing some of the most important opportunities of our time in ensuring that the U.S. remains at the forefront of innovation and digital assets. The president said in his executive order in the first week that it's the policy of his administration to support the responsible growth and use of digital assets, blockchain technology, and related technologies across all sectors of the economy. And he established an executive branch working group for digital assets, which includes Secretary Besson at Treasury, Secretary Noem, soon to be confirmed Attorney General Bondi, Secretary Lutnick at Commerce, and all the other key administration officials that have an equity in crypto. And similarly, the SEC has set up a crypto task force led by Hester Peirce, which is also looking at this issue. And together, our objective is to accomplish the task the president assigned for us in his EO, which is to propose a federal regulatory framework governing the issuance and operation of digital assets, including stablecoins, in the United States. I've talked to many founders over the past few years, and they've told me repeatedly that the number one thing they need from Washington is regulatory clarity. They just want to know what the rules of the road are so they can abide by them. We're coming off, frankly, 4 years of arbitrary prosecution and persecution of crypto companies where the SEC wouldn't tell founders what the rules were, but then they would prosecute them. And many founders have even told me stories of being debanked personally just because they had founded a crypto company. All of this approach was driving this important technology of the future offshore, and we want to keep that innovation onshore in the US. Financial assets are destined to become digital, just like every analog industry has become digital. And we want that value creation to happen in the United States rather than giving it away to other countries. This will also, I should add, be much better for consumer protection because it's easier for regulators to supervise an activity when it's onshore. And it's probably not a coincidence that the single biggest fraud in the history of crypto, which was FTX, was based in the Bahamas. By moving the innovation onshore, it'll be easier to separate out the good actors from the bad actors. And we want to encourage
Bitcoin selling off just a little bit,
innovators while protecting the market from the bad actors. And I think a market structured legislation with clear definitions and fair rules will do that. I want to say additionally, we're excited about working with both the House and Senate on stablecoin legislation. I know Senator Hagerty introduced a bill today. This stablecoins really have the potential to ensure American dollar dominance internationally, to increase the usage of the U.S. dollar digitally as the world's reserve currency, and in the process create potentially trillions of dollars of demand for U.S. treasuries, which could lower long-term interest rates. So let me stop there, and I want to thank the chairman here today, Chairman Scott, Chairman Hill, Chairman Bozeman, Chairman Thompson. I look forward to working with them as part of the administration to help turn President Trump's policy into reality. This was a week one priority for the administration, and we're excited that our counterparts in Congress are equally committed to ensuring American dominance in digital assets. I look forward to working with each of you. And with that, I want to say work with each of you in creating a golden age in digital assets. And with that, I'll turn it over to Chairman Scott. Thank you.
I think David represents promises made, promises kept. I love the campaign trail when President Trump was out there making promises, and we see today he's keeping those promises. And in so many ways, I think back to a kid as I was a long time ago, growing up in a single-parent household, mired in poverty, and hoping that the American dream would one day be accessible for me. I think that we're standing here today at the precipice of greatness for so many kids who are looking forward to democratization, having access points for their families and for themselves that makes it easier and less expensive to do business in this country. I love the concept that we see today, synergy,
you got paid for golden age.
The House and the Senate focusing not on ourselves, but focusing on working class Americans who desperately need to reduce their prices and increase their access. That's what the bicameral working group will help tackle. I have a pre-existing working friendship with GT and French and John. And the good news is we come together already having proven the ability to work together to get things done for the American people. It's an exciting time to be an American. And as David said, the golden age has begun. And the good news is it's going to get better. I'm excited about what we will accomplish for the American people. I'm excited about the synergistic approach that we're taking in the House and the Senate, with the White House leading the way. Next, you'll hear from Chairman French Hill.
Thank you, Chairman Scott, and David Sachs, thank you for coming to Capitol Hill to celebrate with us the fact that in the 119th Congress, we have a bicameral project for both a stablecoins bill and a regulatory framework that will bring clarity to digital assets in the United States so that we are the land of opportunity, the land of innovation that we have been for decades in so many other technologies. We don't want to be behind in financial technology and digital assets in the United States, but our innovators, as David Sachs reported, need clarity. They need to know what the rules of the road are, and that's why I'm excited to be here today to share this announcement that we're forming a working group on a bicameral basis between the House Financial Services Committee, the Senate Banking Committee, the House Agriculture Committee, and the Senate Agriculture Committee to make progress on that clarity for a regulatory framework and to create and structure a stablecoins bill that will lend itself to advancing America as the reserve currency of the world. This is a big issue. Bicameral support this year is dynamic because last year in the 118th Congress, we had success on a bipartisan basis in the House on both stablecoin legislation moving out of the House Financial Services Committee and for the regulatory framework moving across the House floor with a strong bipartisan vote. 71 Democrats joined House Republicans in moving that policy forward. So in my view, with the wind at our back of a leader like President Trump, who knows that financial innovation, financial technology is where America's heart is, where our entrepreneurs' hearts are, that will lead from the executive branch. And now, with this bicameral partnership with Senate Agriculture and Senate Banking, along with our House committees, I look very, very forward to the success we're going to have in the 119th Congress. And let me ask my good friend from Arkansas, a fellow Razorback, the chairman of the House Ag Committee, John Bozeman.
We're all still excited about the big Kentucky win. So it's good to be with you all. We've been working hard on this for the last 3 years. And we've had our ups and our downs. When we started working on it, crypto was gaining popularity. And then with Sam Bankman-Fried and other things, it seemed like perhaps it was in trouble. It's rebounded, though, and is bigger than ever. So our goal is to make sure that consumers are protected, make sure that the industry, in order for it to grow and be able to offer all of the things that it does offer to the various disciplines that are out there, whether you're a bank or whether you're investing a client's money for their retirement or whatever, you've got protections, there's structure in it, and it will allow the industry itself, because it is regulated, people have confidence in that, to grow. It's a little different than our normal situations in the sense we've got
they're
these
saying
jurisdiction
quite a bit
things.
of nothing.
So I'm the chairman of AG. Why am I here? Because we have the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, and some assets are commodities, some are securities. So the SEC has jurisdiction over the securities, CFTC has jurisdiction over the other. So the idea that we're working together, again, we've all been working separately. We've made progress over the last several years, but working together now with purpose, and then also having the White House, having the czar over here, again, to visit with him and really set up a structure so that we can get a final structure to make this thing work is very, very important.
Yeah.
So I appreciate Senator Scott, I think, really coming up with that idea.
Boomer
I think
non-speak.
it's a good one.
Market's not liking it.
Looking forward to actually get some things accomplished in the next several months.
Remember 30 minutes ago when I said that Bitcoin was actually gave me my
Good
exit
afternoon,
signal?
everyone. I'm Congressman G.T. Thompson, Chair of the House Agriculture Committee.
This is the last guy to speak.
This is
Sachs
what
is
we're doing
done.
today is sort of the next step in what will be a milestone, which will be a great accomplishment for our country.
Dude,
You know,
shave your
America,
head, bro.
really was a leader
not
when
that
it
hard.
came to Internet 1.0, right? It was the Internet of knowledge. And the Internet 2.0, again, it was America that led that for the world, not just for our citizens, but for the world. And that was the Internet of things. And then Internet 3.0 is what we're talking about today, and that's the Internet of value. And we're approaching it in a principled way. You know, my colleagues here mentioned a couple of those. Number one, do no harm. You know, protect consumers, provide that regulatory structure, that certainty, both for the industry, but quite frankly for the consumers as well.
They
And
said
secondly
protect
is
consumers, man.
Foster innovation. Because
The market's gonna dump, man. Crypto traders do not
really
care
are
about
unimaginable.
consumer protection.
Well, what
Sell it all.
What I know, what I believe, is that whatever's over the horizon is going to be very, very exciting. So I'm really, well, first of all, just very thankful to President Trump for his historic efforts
Altcoins
to bring
dipping hard.
regulatory clarity to the digital assets markets. His leadership with the work that David Sachs is going to lead on his behalf is going to be a game changer for American competitiveness in the global race to build the new economy. The president could not have picked a better person to helm his AI and digital asset efforts. David brings a wealth of experience in exploring new technologies and building successful businesses to this new role. You know, we've had great conversations, and I know that he is laser focused on bringing certainty to digital asset markets. I want to congratulate my friend, Chairman French Hill. He is the right man to lead the Financial Services Committee in the House at this moment, in this time. And he's a great partner and the type of leader that we need to advance this issue. We worked incredibly well last Congress together alongside Patrick McHenry, and I'm excited to build on that work together. I also want to congratulate our newly elevated Senate colleagues, Chairman Bozeman and Chairman Scott. Perhaps there's no one more pleased than me to be able to say Chairman Bozeman. John and Tim and their members are going to bring a wealth of talent and expertise to this discussion from the Senate majority. We did incredible work in the House last Congress in the 118th, and I'm proud of the efforts that went into our historic vote on FIT 21. I'm equally excited to have these partners and a new administration in place to be able to finish the job. I'm thrilled to
No, man, they definitely
lead
had deep
House
seek right there,
Agriculture
chat.
Committee members as we work with this incredible team to put a bill on President Trump's desk. And I think at this point, we're going to be in a position to take a few questions.
Thank you, everyone.
There's still hope.
Questions from the crowd. When you direct your questions, can you please say your name and the outlet you're with? Emily, we'll start with you.
Emily Wilkins, CNBC. Thanks so much for holding this today. I wanted to start off, you're talking about legislation. Can you talk a little bit about FIT 21 last time, the bill that you plan to introduce again? What differences are you going to see now that we have the trifecta in Washington?
Well, thanks, Emily. We did do good work, good, strong bipartisan work on FIT 21, which was the clarity for a market structure bill. That bill, I think, had the basics for the exact bill that we'll propose to introduce again in the 119th Congress. There may be some modest changes, but it had bipartisan support. We did
these guys need a couple Twitch live streamers to give them some advice on how to do a presentation. Jesus Christ.
The committee under Dusty Johnson leadership and G.T. Thompson's leadership, and in House Financial Services. So on the regulatory framework bill, that'll be the approach that the House takes. On stable coins, I think you'll see us have a bill that's very similar to the approach that's been taken in the Senate. Recently, Senator Hagerty's introduced legislation. That bill was closer to the original proposal that Patrick McHenry put in place early in the 118th Congress, and I think you'll see the House expose a draft for stable coins that would be similar to the approach taken by Senator Hagerty. But let me ask GT or to comment or Tim.
So I established this year a digital asset subcommittee so that we could take a deep dive into market structure as well as stable coins. Good news is stable coins led by Bill Hagerty on the Senate side out already today. We've seen Cynthia Lummis is a co-sponsor. Market structure.
Polymarket's always right. Never bet against Polymarket, man. It's the wisdom of the crowd.
Lummis working together in the past, now working together in the future, coming to the table to create.
Solana has jumped off a cliff.
So harmonize FIT 21, the parts that we see as a path forward to a signature into law. So the good news is, from my perspective, having the digital assets
down $11 from 220.
Market structure at the same
currently
time,
at 209.
Having Bill Hagerty lead the conversation around stable coins, having that bill
double
out
top on
for
SPY
us to take a
futures.
look at. There will be an amendment process. Will be a part of that for us, and then hopefully very quickly we'll see the
Bitcoin unable to get back above 100,000
as well. So we'll have a legislation that's able to go to the president's desk.
Not a single Bitcoin mention.
Let me just say, I'm very proud of the work that we did in 118th with FIT 21. And that was done in, you heard others talk about, we had Republicans and Democrats, certainly in committee and on the House floor, a significant vote that we achieved. But I like to say we achieved that in a tripartisan way.
Interesting.
We worked and bringing
got an
the
hourly
industry,
long signal on
bringing key
BTC.
stakeholders to the table. And so I look forward to, quite frankly, on working with my colleagues here and President Trump to continue that process of refining what we do, whether it's market structures and the other aspects of this bill.
Brendan Peterson with Punchbowl News. I wanted to ask if you all are thinking about making changes to anti-money laundering law as a part of this push, given the concerns we've heard about banking, the crypto sector, and beyond, and the broader concerns about money transmitter licenses and the sensitivities of AML.
Yeah. We're certainly open for discussion. One of the things that the subcommittee will take a look at is the whole playing field. I mean, at the end of the day, to get all of our members on board, we're going to have to be open to comments and thoughts on the issue. I think we're in a good place. The Bank Secrecy Act is something that we've discussed with the other side. They have a focus on it. I think that the broader conversation should not be about digital assets alone. It's about bad actors doing bad things by any means necessary. And so having that conversation from a panoramic view and not simply from an digital asset perspective is going to be important for us to get to the end of that conversation.
Brendan, I would add, having been the subcommittee chair in the last Congress, and Brian Stiles is going to have that mission this time. He'll do an excellent job, I think, on the market structure bill and the stablecoin bill as it relates to the security aspects of it. We were very sensitive in the 118th Congress about the law enforcement aspects of digital assets, not any different than we are about any other means of transfer of or payment method. whether you're talking about cash or the ACH system or real-time payments. This is an important point. I agree with Senator Scott completely. We'll listen to our members. But in the drafts that we pro-offered last year that, as I say, we had bipartisan support for, they had strict AML standards in them for this digital arrangement for digital assets that are not unlike the requirements out in the analog financial services space. It's why we call the bills fit for purpose, because this is not an intermediated form of finance anymore, and so these laws have to reflect how transactions are conducted. But it's AML and BSA are important for every member on both sides of the Capitol.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this.
A little bit bounce back now on hourly close. Nothing too major though. It's just hourly close. You always get up move at hourly close.
Expect to get those worked through Congress, and then also could this ride along anything like the Farm Bill, for instance, given the agriculture connection?
Well, we have to work on getting the Farm Bill. And we're going to do that. Time-wise, I think one of the most important things we're doing now, with every Congress, we have new members that retire or are defeated, and we have new members coming in. So we're starting that now and have started member education. And quite honestly, crypto is not the easiest thing to wrap your mind around. Not everyone comes into Congress with a good, full understanding and a thorough knowledge. And so member education is what our first goal is here. And then how it times up, it is, I think we've shown the ability to be able to move a market structures bill, well, FIT 21 as a whole, out of the House in the past. I think we're probably in a really good position to, when we conclude our work and preparation this time around, to be able to do that. So I don't see this being attached to a farm bill.
Thank you.
Hang on one second.
I would say, if I was thinking about this a little bit, I think what we have is an opportunity to get things done.
One sec, guys.
My
One
theory
sec.
is the
I'm
first
going
100
over.
days of a new administration is important. On the Senate side, my goal is to be as aggressive as possible to achieve an objective of having bills through the Senate in 100 days.
Just to go back to Emily's question on this and combine it with timing, Maeve, is here's the way to think about it. We did a lot of work in the 118th Congress in the House. So we're prepared to move forward in the House Financial Services Committee, and I won't speak for Chairman Thompson, by introducing legislation or having discussion drafts of our legislation, attaching those to a set of committee hearings. But it's exactly as GT points out. We have new members. We've got to do new member education. And so we have to level set here. This is why Chairman Bozeman and Chairman Scott have stepped up digital assets at a subcommittee level to bring members along and do that member education here in the Senate, something that in the House, we had the benefit, obviously of 2 Congresses working on that. So I think a key element now, though, is the education and technical assistance that can be provided to members both in the House and Senate from the executive branch now, as President Trump's leadership posts are confirmed, and key among them is his AI and crypto advisor, David Sachs. And David, would you want to speak to this issue of helping members come up to speed?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So this is what we're here for. And I actually did a session even before the start of this Congress with Speaker Johnson. We did a great sort of open dialogue with members of the House in that case. And I think, part of what we're here to do is provide resources on education. Some of them can be outside advisors, kind of luminaries in the industry, and we're talking to a lot of those people. And then, I'm also available anytime to talk to members about this. It can, crypto can be a esoteric subject, and it is good to explain it, to kind of demystify it, because I think once you understand that, you've kind of got the cryptocurrency itself, like Bitcoin, but then what
He
it really
said
runs
Bitcoin!
on are blockchains, which are just distributed ledgers. It's really a new type of decentralized computing platform, and there's a lot of things that can be built on that computing platform. So in any event, we're happy here to provide those resources to help explain it, both on Capitol Hill and beyond.
Thank you, Jasper Goodman with Politico. Thanks for doing this. Senator Hagerty is out with a stablecoin bill today. Given that that's out there and that there's been more consensus in the past on stablecoins as opposed to market structure, do you plan to move first on stablecoins ahead of market structure? And relatedly, to what extent in both of these processes do you plan to engage Democrats versus going at it alone now that you have the trifecta?
Yeah. So the bill's out, as you know. We have been working with Democrats already on the bill. You'll see co-sponsors will line up on both sides. Good news is that the bill is moving quickly. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at a place where you see very little bipartisan coalition building. The members of the committee, as well as folks like Gillibrand off the committee, are very anxious to have a win in this digital space. And so for the first time in a long time, there's a reason to take a deep breath and release it, because the legislation moving forward very quickly is happening. Good news is they have had, as French said, a lot of time working on the legislation as well. Finding the places where there are disagreement will be the key for us getting it to the president's desk. And that's where I think the task happens next, is to take a look at the component parts of Hagerty's stablecoin bill. But that's what we're moving first, is stablecoins.
In the House, and I'll speak for the Financial Services Committee and then yield to my friend GT, we're proposing that we'll essentially move the stable coins and a FIT 21 type structure, as I've now answered that question 2 or 3 times, on a similar track. Meaning we're going to begin that process where we left off in the 118th Congress. And we worked hand in glove diligently with our colleagues on the Democratic side of the aisle in the House. Many of the ideas that are reflected in the market structure bill and some in the stablecoins bill reflected views from the minority party in the House. And we'll continue to do that. And you'll see that as we move forward with a set of hearings and the discussion. So I remain committed to trying to make these bills bipartisan success in the House. And certainly we'll cooperate with the senators and try to be a part of any kind of educational effort here on a bipartisan base to support their efforts here in the Senate. GT.
I have the same commitment, so I really don't have anything additional.
Great, last question, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Jennifer Schonberger on behalf of Finance. On the campaign trail, the president said he supported the Bitcoin reserve. I'm curious what the plans are for that at this point, and would the administration consider putting crypto into a sovereign wealth fund that is
After you.
So one of the things that the president instructed us to do was to evaluate the idea for a Bitcoin reserve, and so that is one of the things. That's one of the first things we're going to look at as part of the internal working group in the administration. So as soon as we get all that set up, we're still waiting for some cabinet secretaries who are on the working group to get confirmed. So we're still in the very early stages of this. But that's one of the first things we're gonna look at is the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. I think the concept of the sovereign wealth fund is a little separate, and you'd have to talk to Secretary Lutnick, or soon to be Secretary Lutnick, about that.
Thank you all very much.
So you're saying there's a chance. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you heard it here. All right. So pretty dismal initial price reaction from BTC, pretty much just dumping throughout the entirety of that announcement. We just go to crypto bubbles and see how things, the last hour has been absolutely terrible for cryptos as we've given back a lot of the gains that we made earlier. I wonder, I'm curious if that mention of, I don't see, technically, I don't think that would resolve to yes. See, but the way the question is worded, will David Sachs say yes? Oh, no, he did say Bitcoin. So yes, it did resolve to yes. So congratulations to those who took that degenerate bet. So that was pretty good. But overall, pretty dismal reaction there from Bitcoin at the mention of the Bitcoin strategic reserve from whoever that amazing lady was at the very end. We did get a little bit of a pop from Bitcoin, but extremely little, and it's completely gone now. It's completely gone. So before we sign off, guys, let's just do what we normally do on this channel. We are systems traders here, so just bring you back to where we are, guys. All right, nobody wants to hear this, but per my trading system, we are in a bearish trend. All right, we actually got a short signal on the close of yesterday's daily candle. And if we just go back to that, let's just analyze exactly what that would look like, specifically from be looking at invalidation around 108,900 and initial take profits around 93,868, targeting all the way down to 78. Trade with the trend. I would reevaluate my bearish bias if Bitcoin's able to close a daily candle above 108,966. So basically, if this trade was taken and then it hit the stop loss, it would be one of those rare situations where I immediately would be looking to reverse into another position. So not quite a big nothing burger, honestly, from... Did I have the music playing that entire time? Oh, no, I didn't. I had it paused. Okay, good. So quite a big nothing burger, honestly, from that banking committee. You know, obviously it will take time for us to see exactly how these things are going to be treated. And I think B-Flow, he said something very earlier that I really liked. It's really great to see from the Bitcoin community, from the decentralization community, such an emphasis on how banks can remain the middleman between our financial transactions. It's what we absolutely want. I'm sure it's why Satoshi Nakamoto did what he did, so the banks could remain the financial intermediary for all our financial transactions, and that stablecoins would be the emphasis. I did like the clarity there that we got from David Sachs at the end, that the Bitcoin strategic reserve is still potentially in play, but again, it doesn't really seem like much of a priority, and that the sovereign wealth fund would be considered different. So okay, that does make quite a bit of sense.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Not sure where we were getting that from, but yeah, that's about what we got, guys. We went over everything right there. Obviously, you can rewind the tape back. We went over pretty much all of the trending assets in the market. Bitcoin obviously sliding on the news. Solana sliding on the news down to 207. Obviously, it got short signals on Solana the day prior to the dump, but that trade already hit TP1, so we're in a no trade position on Solana until a new signal. Nothing but continuation short signals on Ethereum. We, of course, do have reversal signals that we went over earlier with our system, but the only thing that's really pumping is Ohm and Dexy. So if we go to what's actually putting in gains over the week, although I did just get a copy trade signal on Aave. So if you guys want to go copy trade me, you can go search for me, Cracking Crypto, on BuyFi. You can only do it through the mobile app right now. Let me just put the take profit in for this position. $261.99. Okay. Wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen. Ohm, Jito, Hyperliquid, and Dexy. Only things that are really up on the weekly basis. But ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for me. I've been live for about 2.5 hours. For those of you guys who are new, a lot of new guys, gals, those in between. We do the show every single weekday from noon to 2 p.m. on YouTube, Rumble, and X. Please subscribe so you don't miss an update. We are systems traders here, so links down in the description, everything you could possibly need in life. We do the show absolutely for free, so please support us by hitting the like button. It helps out more than you could possibly imagine. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, sarcastic remarks, hot stock tips, or death threats, please leave them in the comment section down below. I do my best to respond to each and every comment. We will be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard time, same crypto time, same crypto network. Make sure to go subscribe to the Crypto Alpha Report and receive data-driven research delivered to your inbox to keep you armed and dangerous in the crypto markets. And please join our free Discord. A lot of great alpha in there, a lot of good people. You'll find what you're looking for in there. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. Be good to one another and trade safely. Cheers now.